So, assuming that there are still people here to watch this, some of y'all might be wondering why the fuck I look like a raccoon. And then I say, mind your motherfucking business, bitch. That ain't got nothing to do with you. But I've been hella unmotivated to do anything, including making videos. And I have exams starting in 2 days. So, of course, it's the perfect time to try and whip out a video. I've decided I'm just gonna talk shit because there's too much energy that goes into literally anything else, and I'm not vibing with that idea of having to like exert energy. So just let me talk my shit. First of all, the idea of inclusivity when it comes to body size, some of y'all really think that putting in one fat person, not even like a fat person, but like one non-skinny person means that y'all solved fat shaming. Y'all solved it. And 9 times out of 10, that fat person has an hourglass body type anyway, and they're not fat enough for you to like not be able to see that. I feel like the idea of being scared of being fat or being scared of fatness has got to be like at a certain point, it's got to be more than just representation. It's got to be like you tackling your own fat phobia. But some other insecurities like body shapes are a lot more difficult to tackle because we haven't had that kind of representation yet. Like if you're a fat person, like you're gonna have to like deal with that shit anyway. In one way or another, or at some point or another, you're gonna have to deal with the fact that you are fat. But if you're not only fat, but you also do not have an ideal body type, whether that's hourglass or like the thing is like if you're skinny you can get away with having different body types. Like if you're flat as a skinny person, that's like excusable, but if you're fat and flat, that's like not acceptable. So shows putting in a couple fat hourglass people, that's not inclusivity. I don't even know what that shit is. Like it's just them not liking fat people and thinking that throwing a couple in there that they find the least ugly is like them doing the most. Let's talk about Americans, okay? Whenever I talk about America, like I don't want to specify. Okay, if I talk shit about Americans, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? And if you don't, that's on you. But, like, the rest of us, we know, like, those Americans, you know what I'm talking about. Why do they think they're the best? Like, for what reason? I'm not gonna get into the conversation about why America sucks, but just, like, Americans. Y'all will go on social media and, like, make fun of other people's accents, the way that other people pronounce certain words, or just, like, I don't know, there's, like, it's not racism, but, like, you know, like, it's, like, jokingly making fun of, like, other countries and shit like that, like, other English-speaking countries. That only works for America, and I need y'all to know that. You making fun of other people's accents, especially, like, British people accents, like, I know that's jealousy. I know that's jealousy because y'all accents are the ugliest motherfucking things. They are gross as hell. Literally every single time I hear an American speak, I stop. Stop it right now. Because why does your voice move that way? For what reason? I think we've progressed past this. Y'all are really out here thinking that the way y'all speak a bit like sounds better than the British accent. And the making fun of other countries thing, I can't really describe it. It is mostly between, like, America and, like, Britain or, like, Australia, that kind of shit. I am really bold. Anyway, but, like, I'll just give you an example and you're gonna have to kind of interpret it from that example. That video where, like, it was, like, a kind of duet chain on TikTok, and it was an American guy making fun of a British guy, and the British guy responded, and obviously had a British accent. And then the American guy responded, and he's like, yo, how are we gonna be Asian and British? Pick a struggle. I know there's like a certain brand of white people everywhere. The brand is, you know, I forgot his name, but the British version of Donald Trump, Judith Collins, you know, that kind of flavor or lack thereof. Those people feel confident enough to be the way that they are because the people from those countries look at America and think, racism is cool again. So I'm gonna just need y'all to understand that that is on you. The whole self-diagnosis thing on TikTok, whenever I say self-diagnosis, you're just gonna have to know what I'm talking about. This one I will explain actually. People on specifically TikTok who go on TikTok and like to pathologize make regular behaviors like a mental illnessy kind of vibe. Like they'll be like, if you overspend, that's your way of self-harming. Or like if you don't remember your childhood trauma is why you don't. Babes, there are so many reasons why people might overspend or not remember things from their childhood or not, like these are such regular behavior. Like, but this dives into obviously like, yeah, some of them are like symptoms or like examples of symptoms, but again, they are so vague. You can't just take one symptom that probably like indicates towards many disorders and then diagnose them with one of them. That's not how it works. But the thing is, the self-diagnosis stems from a bigger problem of people, of like the romanticization of mental illness is what it is. TikTok people never left the Tumblr phase, or they were born into the Tumblr phase. Because some of y'all want to be mentally ill so badly, y'all will take some shit like making up fake scenarios or fake arguments in your head and then be like, that's a trauma response actually. Like if you say sorry all the time, that's a trauma. There's also this girl on TikTok who is polyamorous and autistic, and a lot of her content is based around polyamory and the way that people respond to it. Because that shit is actually fucking terrifying. Like, so many people will be in her comments like, if my partner wanted to open up my relationship, I would fucking beat the shit out of them. And like, yeah, you can say that shit as a joke, but like, no, it's not. And it's like, genuinely, I can't really articulate this, but like, y'all will really see other people happy in their relationships in the way that they want to handle their relationships and think, I wouldn't be happy with that. I wouldn't be happy being cheated on, and therefore that shit's disgusting, and I'm gonna target this hate that I have inside me towards them. And for what? Like, there is literally no reason for it. Like, they'll be like, just have one partner, like, it's really not that hard. And okay, be okay with having multiple partners, it's really not that hard. Like, y'all will come up with the dumbest fucking shit. Y'all are literally like encouraging and promoting and normalizing fully violence against your partner, fully having domestics with your partner because they were open with you about what they wanted in this relationship, and you couldn't just be like, no. You had to just get angry, like get genuinely angry for no fucking reason. Not like angry, like the emotion, like expressing the emotion in an angry manner. I shouldn't have to explain myself, y'all know what I mean. But that's just so weird to me. Because like, if I came on here and I was like, y'all, I'd let my boyfriend hit my best friend because that's just how we do it. And y'all be like, OMG, so wild, so freaky, period. And then I could come on here and be like, I have an open relationship, or I'm in a polyamorous relationship. And then y'all start being like, what the fuck, that's so weird. Why the fuck, like, I could never, like, I would beat the fuck out of my motherfucking partner. I would, like, stab them if they ever are, like, take a breath. Can you just, like, for me, love, like, what is, something in here is not right. Because, like, what is the jumps that you're, like, it's scary. Y'all are scary. That is straight male behavior, is what it is. A straight male behavior. Don't get into a relationship if that's the kind of mindset you're in. Like, if my partner is open to me about something that they want to get out of the relationship, and that's a deal breaker for me, instead of acknowledging that this thing, like, at the end of the day, like, wouldn't actually hurt anyone, but I'm just not comfortable with it, so I'm gonna break it off, you're gonna know what the fuck is wrong with this mother, like, come on now. I find it really funny when I make these videos because I get like really like heated up and like passionate, and like I have a lot of fun talking about it, and then I get to the point where like I have nothing to say, and then I have to like stop the video, and it's like really awkward for me because where the fuck am I supposed to put that energy? But yeah, that's it. So I was filming this on my Android camera, by the way, guys, could you tell? Every single time that I say that I don't know what Bitcoin is, like I don't understand it at all, somebody always pops up out of the woodwork to try and explain it to me. And it's like they don't understand that it's not a question, it's a flex. I don't want to know. I don't have to know. While you were off learning blockchain, I was busy having friends, and I've cultivated a blissful ignorance that I hope to hang on to for literally as long as I live. Every single thing that I know about Bitcoin has been forced on me against my will, and I truly believe that every time a fun crypto fact is shoved before my unwitting feminine eyes, I become just a little bit worse at sex. So stop. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
It's cool. I've turned a couple lesbians straight in my time.
You can barely turn a door handle. This video on its own is going to make every straight woman ever turn lesbian.